Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about our brand new army we're starting for the channel here at Warped Miniatures, and that'll be the Adeptus Custodes. They are the Golden Boys themselves, protecting the Golden Throne itself and protecting the Emperor himself. They're a great army to start for newcomers, not only because they're pretty cheap overall to get a 2K army going. I myself am only going to be investing into 7 kits, which is relatively cheap for 40K armies, but it's relatively easy to paint as well. As you see on the right here, we're going to have a few paints, and this is all we're going to need to really get it tabletop ready, except for the texture paint, which you can just imagine one right here. But pretty excited about getting into this stuff, and we'll be right back here. Okay, so getting into the hobby aspect of it and how we're going to paint these guys up for tabletop standard, we're going to be using Warhammer medium as the base thinner for all this stuff. Probably 2 to 3 thin coats, and maybe a tiny bit of water just to get it so it flows off the brush nice and smooth. But Warhammer medium will be the thinner, the big one. Retributor armor will be how I touch up the aftermath of the Retributor armor. Rattle can, highly recommend the GW sprays. I actually did not use a primer of a white or black or even a lead belcher base. I know a lot of people like doing all those as an option. I myself think it's a personal one. It's not a necessary one, especially with the GW primers. They're just awesome rattle cans that can do the job for you. But I'm going to touch up the Retributor armor, and we're going to, afterwards of that, put down a base of some lead belcher to add some contrast to these guys. And then we're going to do an Agrax Earthshade over the entire model, nice and heavy, because I like that extra contrast, because these guys are not going to have too many colors going on, so we want to really add some when we can. And then we're going to use Runefang Steel as another option to really add some, once again, contrast. And the Runefang Steel above Stormhost Silver is my go-to, because it's just going to be a little bit less see-through, a little bit more opaque, and I need it to stand out because there's just going to be so much brightness already surrounding it with all this gold. We're going to go for a more grimdark gold scheme if possible. We're going to finish it up with some Thistan red and give some, once again, contrast with the top head parts here and the cape for all these guys too. So be a nice little paint scheme, nice, quick, easy. I might do a dry brush of some lead belcher, maybe some Balthasar gold, add some more metallics. I'm going to do another Reichland flesh shade on the capes, and then highlight that with some sort of Jakiro orange or something to really bring out the tips of the cape. I'm pretty excited about though. This guy right here is going to be the shield captain with the Castellan axe and the Misericordia. He is going to have a relic for my list. I'm theory crafting here up to 2K on the dot. Side note, but he's going to have a Misericordia as well as Castellan axe. He's going to have the Eagle Eye, which gives him a 3+ invuln. And then he is going to also have the Mantle, which makes him -1 to hit. He's got 6 wounds, 2+ save, a 3+ invuln with that relic, and he'll have a 4+ invuln, or sorry, not a 4+ invuln, but a 5+ toughness, or a T5 toughness, and hits on 2s, shoots on 2s, and rerolls himself with his aura. He can go solo, so I might use him just as a solo objective holder, as well as going as a support unit to really buff up maybe a 4-man shield custodian guard squad. But a lot of great stuff you can do with him. I'm excited to really roll him out. Don't have too many models built for this 2K list, but you really don't need too many to get up to 2K. These guys right here are 700 points, and he himself is 108 points, so that right there is over 800, and almost half the list, funny enough. I'm really excited to get these guys out there, and soon enough I'll come back with some other content about them and how we're going to be painting them and fielding them and competitively. I will say for these guys, quickly, the stratagem to give them negating 1 AP and 2 AP, both in fighting and shooting phases, will allow them to be very tough for 1 CP if you make them, while we stand as an option, nearly invincible for a 5-turn game where they're only coming down turns 2 or 3. So I'm really excited to maybe try out some different stuff. It's going to be casual at first. I don't have enough knowledge or models to make them competitive, but I might actually mix together some sort of soup army with the Ultramarines. I also have Grey Knights, Death Guard. I'm not going to soup them with Death Guard, but I also have Grey Knights and the Ultramarines to soup them up. Maybe some Imperial Knights down the road, but we'll see. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions or you want to talk Custodes, please leave a comment, a like, and whatnot, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.